Siu joins us live from Tsim Sha Tsui. Teresa?
Diana, here people are partying on. Things are back to normal at the Victoria Harbour, but as you can see on my left, there is a huge crowd of people hanging around, taking pictures by the dragon lantern that is well lit now, and it's very decorative. And also, about 200,000 people had show up for the fireworks tonight. Some have gone home happily, and some have remained here. And we have been seeing new faces. And right here at about midnight, there will be a countdown right here at the clock tower, right here behind me. And that is the latest from here. Back to you in the studio.
And hundreds of people are at Statue Square tonight. Underway at the moment, a rally by the Democratic Party. Deborah Khan joins us live now at the rally. Deborah?
Thank you very much, Jenny. You'll see behind me that the stage has been set. Democratic Party members are taking turns speaking to the crowd, singing songs in their call for democracy. Around hundreds of people have shown up to support the party's call for democracy. So far the rally has been orderly. Around 50 police have been deployed to the area. The road right behind me, directly in front of the Legislative Council, has been completely sealed off. The Democrats are trying to mobilize public support for their cause. Come midnight, 19 Democratic Party legislators will lose their seats to provisional legislature members. A countdown will be held at midnight. Then Democratic Party member Zita Hua will light a torch to represent democracy. At 1 a.m., Chairman Martin Lee is expected to address the crowd from the balcony right up behind me. The provisional legislature has said that the Democrats must get permission in order to enter the Legislative Council, but the Democrats have refused to do so. Just a few days ago, Chairman Rita Fan said that in fact the Democrats could enter the building, but they should not be allowed out on the balcony. I believe she said that it had never been done before and it could set a bad precedent. The Democrats, however, say they will deliver their manifesto from the balcony tonight. Martin Lee is expected to be here at around 1 o'clock. He and the party supports the reunification with China, but they are calling for democracy after the handover. I'll keep you updated throughout the evening. Back to you in the studio.
And this ends this segment of our show, Past, Present and Future.
We'll be back in a moment with the handover ceremony at the Convention Center. Welcome back to our handover countdown. We now take a look at Convention Center, where the guests for the handover ceremony have been at a banquet. This is the main hall of the Convention and Exhibition Center. The guests were China. Mr. Tang Shubei there, China's Association for Relations Across the Taiwan Strait. You can hear the music of a military band in the background. Everybody's getting into position now for the very moment at midnight. This is the official transfer of sovereignty from Britain over to China.
The Chinese delegation is sitting under the five-star flag and the British delegation under the Union Jack. The Chinese delegation in
Financial Secretary there, Mr. Donald Zhang. Actually, Sir Donald Zhang now, he's just been knighted.
And
Zhuo Lin, the widow of the late Chinese patriot leader Deng Xiaoping, helped onto the stage by her daughter, Deng Nan.
The Chinese delegation includes Luo Gan, Secretary General of the State Council General Office. Includes representatives from China's democratic parties.
Zhuo Lin, the widow of Deng Xiaoping, now taking quite a central position. in the Chinese delegation. Of course, it has always been Deng Xiaoping's great wish to see the handover of Hong Kong. Unfortunately, he passed away. And that's the Convention Centre military band, British military band now playing. Protests continue tonight near the Convention and Exhibition Centre, where the handover ceremony will be held at midnight. Members of the April 5th movement moved closer to the venue. So far, the protest has been peaceful, even though the radical group has said it will not be stopped by the police. The protesters have been trying their best to attract attention of the visiting dignitaries, such as President Jiang Zemin of China.
From midnight tonight, the British Union Jack will be lowered and the PRC and the SAR flags will be raised. So how will people feel, people who've had ties with Hong Kong, that magic hour of the handover?
When the British flag goes down there and the Hong Kong Chinese flag goes up, I've accepted this totally. And Hong Kong is my home. And I hope it will continue to be my home post-1997, June the 30th. So I'm not sentimental about it. Of course, there were nice things that happened, but a lot of nice things have happened to me in China too.
A historic moment, a certain sadness, but on the whole we haven't done too badly, apart, as I say, from the last stretch.
Why was the sadness?
Well, I think the passage of time and Hong Kong moves into a new era with many uncertainties. I think it will do pretty well, but it won't be the same.
I feel very happy because I'm a Chinese. Yeah, I've reunion with my country.
I will feel two things. First of all, I will feel a certain amount of personal sadness because it represents the end of a 5-year period of my life, which, while it's been very demanding, has also been extremely happy. I don't think I could recall a 5-year period when I'd made so many new friends and enjoyed so many new experiences. So for myself and my family, it will inevitably be a moment of some sadness when the flags change and when we go on Britannia and sail down the harbour with the lights and the fireworks and the crowds. But on the other hand, I will think that it's not the end of the story for Hong Kong. I will think that it is the beginning of a new chapter. And I hope it's a new chapter which will end as successfully as this chapter has ended.
I think I feel pretty confident and calm.
Having spent 30 years associated with Hong Kong, I have a tremendous affection for it, and I'd like to see it launched into its new life. I will then, as it happens, coincidentally retire from public service, but I hope that I will still find a way of keeping up my links and connections with Hong Kong.
It's an event that must occur in history. After all, borrowed things or places must be returned. And so my hope is, come July 1st, Hong Kong is handed back to China. The one country, two system, the system will carry on. And for the good of everybody, for China, for Britain, and especially for the people of Hong Kong, we will maintain it as Hong Kong has been.
It's good. It's nice. I like it.
So you feel very happy then?
Yeah, of course, because we are Chinese people.
I guess it's a significant time in history, and I haven't experienced one before, so I don't really know how to handle that emotionally. I think I'm curious about the future. I'm interested to see what will happen.
That's great. It's because we all are Chinese, okay? That's why I think that's great for we to back to China.
So will you have any special feeling on that night?
Nothing, just normal.
Basically, I won't feel too much happiness or sorrow. Simply because I think I have the kind of personality which is, to a certain extent, immune from emotional abuse. That means probably this has to do with my social science training, which has promoted or cultivated a certain sense of pragmatism. I try to see things in a rather objective manner. To a certain extent, I might have myself objectified. But in any case, I won't think I have too much emotional reactions to the termination of British rule and Hong Kong becoming part of China.
I think just like usual days, no special feeling.
I think we are do the same things, sleep, take the dinner.
I'll come out to see the happy happenings.
I guess it's pretty much just to see the celebration. I mean, I guess I will be excited to see the historical moment when the transition takes place.
I guess we'll have a big party and have a hangover on Tuesday morning.
I think it's a mixture of excitement and anticipation because it's such a fun event. I mean, all the planning and arrangements that have gone into creating a party.
In historical terms, a few weeks, a few months later, the actual transition arrangements and the stage management of the arrangements on the day will not seem to be important. They're very important right now, so everybody knows that we get them right. But they're not historically significant.
It'll be strange, I suppose, on the 1st of July when we walk down Queen's Road Central. Overnight, we'll change from a colony into a part of China. It'll be strange for a few days, but all our friends will still be there. They'll be still there at the other end of the telephone. And hopefully, and I'm very hopeful, this life will not change very much.
Certainly there will be changes here, but I don't think it will be negative in any way.
So we're quite optimistic. I don't think we're going to really see any change. Very gradually, anything anyway.
But it's a change that all of us had 13 years to adapt to. And it is something which has been on the books in effect from day one when the territory was founded. So, I mean, I'm not a very emotive person, so I don't, you know, and there's so much work to do that I hardly have any emotions on that particular issue. Particularly when we are guaranteed 50 years no change and our systems will continue.
I think the first sensation is a sensation of great relief, as if a huge load has been taken off me. The fact that Hong Kong, a part of China, has been a British colony, has been a part of a foreign country, has always weighed very heavily on my heart ever since I was a little boy. So that is lifted, and there is this, as I say, sensation of great relief. But at the same time, there is a great concern about our own responsibility. Because before that, you could say you left it to the British to run this place. Now we're going to do it ourselves.
As far as business is concerned, I think businesses like Jardine's will be business as usual. Having said this, I guess after 1st of July, Hong Kong becomes the most modern city in China. And China is the largest country in the world. So I guess it must be very exciting business as usual for us.
We can get on with making money in Hong Kong without worrying about a handover, which is due to take place. It will all have happened. We can recover from the party and go on about our ways of making money.